Hello, everybody, and welcome to Night Talk. And tonight, our conversation will be about what is the protocol if you get pulled over by the cops, you and your spouse, or your significant other. Significant other.
Or just two of y'all in the car.
Or just the two of you in the car.
Just anybody.
Just anybody. Your lover, your friend, you and your neighbor, you and your best friend, your partner.
What are the steps you need to take to make it home?
Yeah, what are the steps you need to take to make it home?
In other words, bad boys,
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do
when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yes. So welcome to Night Talk. Get your drink on right now. Get your snack, because we finna do this. This is Night Talk. Okay?
It's 8 o'clock night time. It's the right time.
Yep.
The only sound is fancy putting it down. I'm
walking the walk.
Keeping it hard like asphalt. Night Talk connected to the streets like the sidewalk.
Night Talk. Yep.
Time to blow your mind.
It's Night Talk. Yep.
It's one of a kind.
It's Night Talk. Yep.
Conversation for your elevation. Night Talk.
Yep.
Facts throughout the nation. It's Night Talk. It will blow your mind.
Yep.
It's Night Talk. It's one of a kind.
It's Night Talk.
Conversation for
Yep.
your elevation.
Night Talk.
Facts throughout the nation. Fancy, you ready to start the show?
Yeah. Woo. Hey. Yeah. Woo. Night Talk. Come on in the room, honey. Come on in the room, because we have a good conversation for you guys for tonight. We are talking about what you gonna do when they come for you.
The bad boys.
The bad boys. You in the car, you and your partner, your friend, whoever. And you driving along, and you just driving. You ain't ran a red light. You haven't missed a stop sign. You yield. Put your signal on, and then the lights come. They pull you over, and they tell you, I need your license. And you say, officer, but what did I do? I need to see your license. You was riding too close to that car in front of you. Give me your license. Matter of fact, just get out of your car.
Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, tell me about that.
So this actually happened to a lady and her husband. This is a true story. It actually happened to a woman and her husband. And they told him to get out of the car. And he said, but I need to know what I did. You was driving too close up on a car. And now you arguing with me, so you've committed another crime. He said, I'm just asking you, what did I do? So he pulled the man out of the car, threw him on the ground, told him if he don't be still, he's going to tase him. His wife get out of the car. He pulls a gun on her, and she say, I work for the mayor. Mm-hmm. We did not do anything wrong. My husband did nothing wrong. I work for the mayor. He said, ma'am, I didn't ask you who you work for. Shut up, as you're going to get in trouble too. Hush. She said, I didn't do anything. My husband, he was crying, and he said, please, babe, I didn't do nothing. Help me. I didn't do anything. And he had him on his side in his nice pink slacks and pink vest. He was on the ground, and both of them was African-American people. Mm-hmm. And he had them on the ground. He handcuffed him, and he ended up hitting her.
What?
He hit her. Because she was trying to tell him to let her husband go, at least let him sit up. He hit her. And he took them to jail. Took both of them to jail. And there's no cause for that. It doesn't make sense. But sometimes you just riding in the wrong area and you the wrong color. Let's just tell the truth about the thing. It happens to everybody. And especially African American, a lot of the Hispanics too. It happens to us mainly. And then it happens to the gay community.
Oh, yeah.
They get pulled. As a matter of fact, this couple, he was gay. They get pulled over for no reason at all. Just because you look different. And that is not fair. So the protocol should be, when they say, give you my license, here you go. Don't say, why you want my license? Why you need to, why I need to get out of my car? Help yourself, just get out of the car.
You make it home.
Make it home alive.
Don't argue with these. Look,
See?
I'm giving you receipts. I'm giving you the truth because I used to be a cop
Okay.
in the Navy.
Okay.
I was a police. They call a master at arms in the Navy. But I was a cop in the Navy. And what she telling you is the truth. You gotta
Make it home.
You gotta make it home, and you can't agitate a lot of these cops because a lot of them scared of you anyway.
That's right.
That's why they're so quick to pull
Their gun.
the trigger. Now, if it's more than one of you in the vehicle, they really scared.
That's right.
That's why they approach you from the passenger side, because they can look in the car better.
You see who's in the
To
car.
see who's in the car. But they said, what should you do if you get pulled over? Stay in your car unless directed by the officer otherwise. Okay, me and Miss Fancy, this is when we used to live in Houston.
Oh, yes.
We was headed back home.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That's okay. Okay. You get pulled over by driving while black in a nice car.
Exactly.
That's when we had our Jag.
Yes.
We had a Jaguar. Black on black. It was clean too.
That's right. Yes, it is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
X-type. Yeah, the X-type. And the cop pulled us over.
I was about to say, can we speak French, please?
French.
Oh, I don't speak French.
Voulez-vous pousser à quoi quoi?
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't speak French at all. Sorry, but we're glad to have you on here.
Comment allez-vous?
Subscribe. Yes.
Uh,
That's Sandra.
Yeah, we got pulled over.
Yes.
And then the first thing Miss Fancy wanted to do is go in the glove compartment.
I did.
And she tried to get out the car.
Yes.
I said, do not move.
Yeah, and I was going to get the insurance
I said,
papers.
baby, don't
Yeah.
move. Don't move. She's like, why? I said, he got his gun out.
Yeah.
And I was working for the prison system at the time, so I had a sticker on the car saying I worked, you know.
Yeah, for the prison.
Yeah. And so by the time he made it over.
That saved us.
And I had my badge too.
That saved us.
I had my badge with me.
It saved us.
Yeah, because when he approached us from the passenger side, he's ready to gun us down. Both
He
of
was.
them. Both of them.
He had unclipped his gun and everything.
Yeah, he was ready. And the only thing we did, we just moved over from the left lane to the right.
With a signal.
Yeah, with a signal. He said we was swerving.
Yeah, through and in and out the lane.
Yeah, we
no,
wasn't.
we wasn't.
He stopped us because we was in that car.
That's why he stopped us and pulled us over.
Yeah, and so I talked to him, and then he said, can I see your license and your registration? So when I pulled out my license, I pulled out my badge.
Yes.
As well, and I threw it up there so he could see it. Then he's like, okay. And then he saw the sticker on the car, and then he went back there. You know they do their little thing on your license plate and stuff. So when he made it back, he just let us go. He didn't give us no warning, nothing.
No, he just let us go.
He just let us go. And that, when I was working for the prison system, I got out a lot of tickets.
Yeah, he did. A lot of, even one we was going home and he was out of his seatbelt. I had my seatbelt on. He didn't have his on. And so they pulled us over and the cop said, hey, who is this over here? He said, that's my wife. Well, you need to do what she do. She got hers on, her seatbelt. You need your seatbelt on.
Is that why you stopped?
Yes, and he had his badge hanging over the rearview mirror in the car, and he say, okay, you like me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let this go this time. But if I catch you again without a seatbelt, you will get a ticket. Just go on and put your seatbelt on now before you pull off. And that was it. Because he would have got a ticket that day.
Yeah, because see,
I had my seatbelt.
When they stop you for that seatbelt stuff, they don't see you with your seatbelt off.
They don't?
No. You can't see that far. They don't know you got this seatbelt on or not. Nah, that's just an excuse. It's just like when they ask you, they stop you, where you coming from?
Oh yeah, they'll do that.
But see,
I done got that twice.
Yeah, the reason why they do that, because if it was a crime in that area,
yeah,
they gonna put,
see if you was in it.
See if you was close to the vicinity or whatever. So, it's all kind of little tricks, little stuff they say to you to get you to incriminate yourself. You might not have did nothing. But they say, keep your hands on the steering wheel.
Yes.
So the officer can see them. Put them like this.
So they can see your hands.
Because if you, the best thing to do, if you got your license and your registration out, keep them up in your visor.
Yes.
Somewhere, so that way you can have it by the time you make it to the car. But if you start going in the glove compartment,
oh yeah,
you might not make it home.
And you want to make it home. That's the main thing you do, is you want to make it home. And when I put a video up, it was at Walmart, and this cop had this young man on top of the car. They had put a spit bag over his head, and he was telling them he can't breathe, he was hot, and help him. His mom was standing right there, help me, I can't breathe. And when he tried they told him to stand up, but this other guy had his knee in the bend of his knee. So he couldn't stand up. And he was even saying for him to stand up. So if you want to know why I was videoing that, that's why. Because anything, that man could have got hurt, or he could have even died, or anything, because he couldn't breathe. And it was not that, it wasn't cold that day, but it was warm that day. Not too warm, but I bet he was hot, because this bag was over his head. And his mom saying, you just getting irritated, you just got to be still, stop. They going to take you, but you got to be still, you need to stop. But he kept saying, I can't breathe, mama, it's hard, I can't breathe, mama. She said, be still, and you can breathe, be still. And so that's why I was taping that. Because if that boy would have died, my phone would have been a witness. To the crime. And that other guy came up there, you know these people, y'all know these people. I say, no, I don't know them. I just see something going on, and that's all I said. And the other lady said, do you know her? And he said, I work for ETMC. She said, I don't see no ambulance out here nowhere. So we doing the same thing you doing. Get out of my face. And so I just left and moved on. And then the mama come up there and she started cussing and acting a fool with the lady. And the lady was way older than her. And she said, baby, that's why your son acting like he act right now, because of you. That's why he acting a fool, because of you. You ain't done it. You better shut the F up. I'll beat your A. She said, oh, baby, you don't want this. You better stay in your place, because this right here is not what you want. And I'm like, ooh, I'm going to get to film a fight too. But now I got out of there. I don't want to be a part of that, because it was getting crazy. You need to remove yourself.
Well,
I removed myself.
That's another thing you don't need to do. You need to remain calm. Getting agitated with the officer will not help the situation, because he already agitated.
Yeah, he was already agitated.
That's the time. So if you're going to be talking smack to him, and you make a sudden movement,
pooh,
you out of there.
So I got out of the way.
Out of there.
I'm moving.
Look, You know,
Drama-free
it's
is
a lot of these.
what it is. It's what I do.
Did y'all
Yes.
see? Did y'all see?
Yes, drama-free. Hallelujah.
Did y'all see on the news where the cops arrested some little
Okay,
guys
so,
from Venezuela? They arrested some little guys from Venezuela, and I think they was in New York. And then they had them on the ground, and they boys came. It's like about 5, 6. They beat the brakes off of them. The police.
They whooped them.
They kicked them and everything.
And if you notice, a lot of cops are coming up dead in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas. They're coming up dead. They found one shot 3 times in his car in Chicago.
Yeah.
They shot him 3 times. They don't know who did it. They still looking for a suspect.
Yeah, because this stuff, this is for real out here.
It's real. You gotta be careful. You gotta watch your back.
You got
and your front.
And you got to know what to do when you get pulled over.
Yeah, when you get pulled over.
Because really, it's a war going on out there, and don't nobody know it.
That's right.
They think it's just every day.
No, it's not. It's not.
A war.
It's a war out there every single day.
If they pulling you over and they just shooting you and you ain't did nothing, that's a war.
That's right.
That's a war.
Because you ain't done a thing.
You ain't did nothing. That's a war. But see, we don't label it as a war because we don't know we in a war.
That's right.
But that's a war.
That's exactly what it is. So you have to be careful. That's why I always watch my surroundings. When I get out of my car, I look at the cars around me.
When we lived in Tyler,
I watch where I'm going.
We lived on the south side, which is supposed to be the white side.
Yeah, a town.
And Miss Fancy was doing a play.
Yes, going to practice.
What was the name of the play?
Crowns.
Was it Crowns? Yeah.
No, it was Mary Todd Lincoln.
Mary Todd Lincoln, yeah. Yeah, she was playing Elizabeth Keckley.
Yes, and I was going to practice.
Look up Elizabeth Keckley. She was a black woman.
Yes,
back during that time that had money.
Money, was rich.
And was talking noise to Lincoln and his wife.
That's right. And made all their clothes
and
everything. And she was a high style dresser. I mean, everything that she wore, the rich white people wanted her to sew for them and make the same stuff that she wore. She made her own hats and everything.
She was on the stage with the big
She
time.
was a designer.
Yeah, the big time folks.
Yes.
But and she was a black woman.
And I was leaving, going to practice. And I'm like, what did I do?
Oh, okay. Another vehicle. We had an Escalade.
Yeah, Escalade. And he pulled me, and we lived in a Hightail neighborhood. He pulled me over, and he said, ma'am, the reason I stopped you, by the way, do you even live in this neighborhood that you're in?
Yeah.
I said, yes, I do.
Yeah.
He said, the reason I stopped you, you didn't give a signal back there. I said, well, sir, I gave a signal. I don't know why you didn't see it. I did give a signal. Well, maybe it's not working. I need to see your license and registration. And where are you headed at? I say, where I'm headed to practice. Well, what are you practicing? I say, I'm in a play. I say, it's called Mary Todd Lincoln. And he said, oh, okay. At the theater here? I say, yes. He said, oh, quite interesting. And that's where you headed. And you do live here. Well, I need to see your license and your registration. I gave it to him. I said, sure, sir. I said, well, you know what? Are you married? And he said, oh, yes, I am. 2 kids. I said, well, you know what? If you and your wife not doing anything, our play is going to start Monday night. And Monday night is our free run. So you don't have to pay anything. You get in free. Won't y'all come and bring your kids? And I so appreciate it. And he said, okay, we might do that. He said, you know what, ma'am? Just check your seat. I said, I get my husband too. He said, yeah, I know how that is. We busy all the time. But ma'am, you know what? You have a good day. And me and my wife, we might come to that. I said, oh, I would love it if you do. He gave it back to me and left me alone. Yeah. You know why? Because if I would have been when he pulled me over, yeah, I live over here. What you trying to say? I ain't done nothing. Why you pulling me over acting like that with me? I ain't do nothing. Well, ma'am, I'm trying. Ma'am, I need to see your license. No, you don't need to see my license. Ma'am, your signal. No, I gave a signal. Don't you start that racist stuff. Don't be starting in on me. I ain't got time for that, baby. I'm trying to go about my business and here you come stopping me. Totally out of hand. Next thing, get out of the car. And I'm not going to ask you no more. Ma'am, get out of the car. And I could have been shot, tased, because of my ugly attitude. It's the way you handle things. It's the way your first approach is everything. I smiled and I said, oh, sure. I said, I didn't know that. I said, I did give a signal, sir. I said, I'm so sorry. Well, ma'am, can I see your? I said, sure. Where are you headed? Oh, I was going to practice. I'm in a play.
Mm-hmm.
Just a conversation with him, being very friendly,
Mm-hmm.
very nice, letting him stay within his authority.
Mm-hmm.
Let him know he's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, although I didn't do anything wrong, but I know I want to make it back home.
Yeah, so it's up,
Safe.
it's up to you to diffuse the situation because they not going to do it.
Exactly.
They going to say little key stuff to you, try to get you going so they can do something to you. Or get you
That's
to
right.
make a mistake or get you to, but say something, bad.
Yeah, somebody says it's all about the respect for the law.
Yeah.
That's right. Give them their respect because they are an authority figure over you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're not wrong,
Yeah.
be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice. That's going to get you far
Yeah.
instead of acting a fool and being ugly. You know you didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, so don't see it as you kissing butt.
No.
See it as you gonna make it home tonight.
I'm going to make it home alive.
Right. That's what I'm talking.
And I'm not going to be in no handcuffed in a police car
That's what
and going to jail. I'm not going to do that.
back in the day having a mouthpiece.
That's
You
right.
gotta know how to talk.
Thank you.
Okay? You gotta know how to talk in different situations. If you know how to speak properly and know how to speak to certain individuals, it can get you out of
That's
a lot
right.
of situations. If you know how to word yourself correctly.
Come on
to the
now.
proper people. But if you're gonna be doing all that old raggedy stuff, talking crazy to them, you're gonna be on the ground.
Come on now. That's
You're gonna be on
true.
the ground. Look, when I used to work in Longview. I don't know if y'all know what Longview, Texas. I worked at Crosby Lee.
Yes.
It was a steel forging plant. We was making some big money.
Sure was.
Them checks was
Woo, some good checks.
I was making some good money. And I drive back from Tyler to Longview every day.
Yes.
Okay. So I was on my way to work. No, I ain't got to stop maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
And I was in, what was I in that day? Was I in the Escalade? Or
Yeah.
was I in the work car?
You was in the work car.
I was in the work
And
car.
it
What?
stopped. Did
what
something
the-
happen to
No,
it?
not that night.
Not that night when you
Not
had to
that
walk?
night.
No, that was
Not that night. I ain't
Okay.
got to that one yet.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well, I'm
I-
going too far.
Yeah, because
I'm
the
telling
dude
the
pulled me
story.
over. He pulled me over. I think I might have been in the Jag.
You was in the Jag. You weren't in the work car. You was in the
And
Jag.
then he pulled me over.
Yes.
He had his gun already out.
See?
Already out. And so I put my hands, look, I used to be a cop, I know what to do. I put my hands up there, I already had my stuff out when he got there, and I already had the window down. I
Okay.
ain't made no movement, I just stood still till he got
Be
there.
still.
And he said, man, where you come from? I said, well, I'm coming from home, I'm going to work. And he said, yeah, where you work at? I said, I work at Crosby Lee, it's right around the corner. He said, what? You work there? I said, yeah. Oh man, that's a good job. I said, yeah. I said, we make some pretty good money. Then after he kept on talking to me, I said, man, I'm just gonna let you out for a warning. Then I want to ask you something else. I said, what? Are they hiring?
See? You'll never know. You
They hired
never
that.
know.
Hey, you got a good job. You got a good job. They hired. Then one night I got stopped. A dude I went to school with. I didn't recognize him. It was a white guy. He stopped me. I was coming from work. And he was really, I think I might have been in one of my our little luxury cars. And he had the flashlight. He looking all through
The car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just boom, boom. I think I told you about
You did tell me that.
Yeah, he just boom, boom, boom,
Just
boom.
looking all
I
through
said,
the
man,
car.
you know, I said,
Looking
hey.
for something.
And I kept talking to him. He said, man, where you from, some child? I said, what school you go to? He trying to test me. I said, oh, I went to John Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, I went to school with you. I'm
See?
your class.
Boy, you don't never ever know. You never know.
And he let me go. He let me go.
You don't never know.
And then he asked me, was they hiring?
And that's a
And
good
that was a
job.
good job. That was a good job.
You gotta be careful. You just got to be
You got
careful.
to be careful. So you got to know how to talk to people.
Yes.
It don't matter how they talking,
You gotta talk.
especially if they authority figure.
You gotta learn how to talk to
You
them.
see, you know, Killer Mike, he's a rapper, right? He down with Outkast,
Uh-huh.
all of them, right? He won 3 Grammys at the Grammys a couple weeks ago, and then he walked outside the Grammys to go do something.
Yeah.
And then when he came back in, he already got his wristband and all that stuff.
Yeah.
One of the security guards tried to get funky with it. It was a woman security guard.
Oh.
Yeah, and she wouldn't let him back in.
Wow.
And so they called the police on him.
Mm-mm.
And he got handcuffed the night he won 3 Grammys over nothing.
See that?
And then she lied and said he pushed her.
See that?
And
See how people do?
You see how fucking
It
get
can
out of
just turn
control?
around so quick
Yeah.
over nothing.
And see,
Nothing.
And Killer Mike is a good dude. He a community activist. He
Yes.
did all of that. He
Yes.
helped the children. He helped the adults. He do everything. He's a good dude. But it just goes to show you could be a good person and still get put in a bad
Yeah.
situation by this one little
One
thing.
little something.
Yeah, one little something.
Make somebody don't like the way you look.
Yeah, cause like
Trouble.
We talking about
Trouble,
really,
baby, for real.
we're really talking about couples, cause if it's 2 or more in the car, they really antsy.
That's right.
They really kind of, you know, they don't even
That
want to
person.
really approach you, cause they scared. Cause you remember when?
Welcome from Columba.
All right.
Welcome.
Yeah, you remember when they shot? You remember when
Subscribe and like.
what was the dude named Philando Castile?
Yes.
The dude in Minnesota. Was that his name?
I think so.
I think that's
I
it,
think
yeah.
that's his name. Yeah.
He was sitting on the driver's side. His girl was sitting on the passenger side, and
Yes.
his daughter was sitting in the
back
back. And he asked him, "Hey, you got any weapons in the car?" I said, "Yeah, I got a gun, but I got a permit to
For
carry."
it.
And then the dude moved, and the little Asian dude just let him have
He just
it right there in front of his wife and his
daughter.
child.
And then she just started crying and
Yeah.
grabbing it. Get off of him! Get off of him! Move! Move!
Yeah.
She said, "Don't shoot me! You just killed my husband
The shot.
in front of our daughter!"
And you know they let that fool off.
They let him off.
Mm-hmm.
They let him off.
Look, I was a cop, and then we always had to go in twos.
Yes.
So whenever we stopped anybody, I always was the good cop. Cause I ain't got time for that.
Exactly.
Whoever my partner was, they could be bad cop all day. But we would use that to get people to cooperate with what we're doing. Cause I would say, "Hey, look, man. Hey, man, I'm trying to help you, but my partner over here, they want to take you down right now.
Exactly.
So you need to tell me
Watch.
what's really going on. So I don't want nothing to happen to you, man." And so you use that kind
Yes,
of...
I have watched that.
Yeah, you use that system
Yes.
to kind of get people to cooperate with you. And,
Exactly.
You know, good cop, bad cop. Because I ain't going to do nothing. But I had to tackle a couple of people when I was a cop. A lot of drunks. Because I was in the Navy, so it'd be a lot of drunks.
And that's sad.
And that's what I was big, too. I was about... What,
Way bigger than this.
Yeah, I was about 240.
Way bigger than this.
I was yoked up then, but hey, you just got to be careful with these people, because a lot of these people that are in authority, they take their jobs so they can bully people and mess with them.
Oh, I'm not on no episode, but I have watched that.
What
You talking
you
about that
know?
hotel that happened at the hotel show? Somebody asked me what episode am I on.
on the
Yeah, the hotel.
the hotel.
Yeah, the Haddon Hotel or something like that.
No, you talking about flipped his house?
No, he
What?
said the hotel. The Harlem Hotel. I've watched that before. It's a good show. But
Oh, no, you ain't
yeah.
on it.
But we seen a lady on YouTube, and she was pulled over by the cops, and they told her what was she doing, and then she was speeding or whatever. She said, well, I had to go here and I had to go there, and they said, we need your registration and license. And she said, I don't have my license. I don't have my, why ma'am, why? Where is it? She said, this is not my car. Well, don't you know this car was in a bunch of, got a bunch of tags on this car, a bunch of tickets on this car. She said, but this is not my car. This is my friend's car. I'm just driving the car. He said, ma'am, I'm going to need you to step out of the car right now. She said, okay. And she said, I need to smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, okay, go ahead and smoke your cigarette.
Ooh.
So she was smoking her cigarette, and he ran the tags and everything. And he said, ma'am, this car was in a burglary. Somebody burglarized the place, and this was the car. She said, but I didn't do nothing, sir. And I don't have that. He said, ma'am, I'm going to have to run you. She said, please don't run me in, please.
Wait.
She started crying and everything.
Let me interrupt you there.
Okay.
And the woman was doing everything wrong.
Everything wrong.
She kept reaching in the car.
Yeah. I'm getting my cigarette.
But see, the reason why, she gonna tell you in a minute why she kept reaching in there. She gonna tell you in a minute
yeah, she
why.
kept reaching. He said,
Yeah.
ma'am,
She kept,
what are you doing? I'm reaching for my purse.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
He said, I'm reaching for my purse. He said, ma'am, I'm going to tase you if you reach in that car. She said, I'm just getting my cigarette. I need to smoke because you making me nervous. I need to smoke my cigarette. And so she reached over. He said, ma'am, get out of the car now. She said, I can get my purse. And she got the purse. And then when she turned around, he had his hand on his gun.
Yeah, so she...
And so...
When she ran from
she
him,
ran,
he's going to handcuff her.
Yeah, he's going to handcuff her.
She's like, no,
I can't go to jail.
so
I gotta get home.
She ran around, but she ended up back in the car.
She ended up back in her car, threw her purse in there. She was digging.
Yeah,
and
so he pulled
his gun, and she got her. She had a gun.
That's why she kept reaching in the car.
He shot at her. She went pop, 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 pop. And I'm officer on the ground. I need help. On the ground is a black tar Corona.
And she took off.
That booger took
And
off.
she got shot in her side.
She got shot in her side. And she called somebody on the phone and she said, hey, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. And he described the car and told the cops that she just left. Get her. She shot that booger.
She shot him.
She shot him like 3 times, but he was still alive.
Yeah, you see, but she was acting funny
the whole time.
Cause she
like she was trying to hide something.
Yeah, she kept reaching in the car.
Yeah.
I said, man, with this fool, she gonna get shot.
She gonna get shot. They gonna kill her.
But
she just kept on reaching.
She was trying to hide her gun.
Exactly.
She was trying to hide.
Hey, Faith. Yeah, she just kept on. I mean, it was like crazy. It didn't make no sense.
Okay, when the officer stops you, first thing you do, stop the car in a safe place. Wear some light, especially if it's nighttime. Pull somewhere where it's lit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put somewhere where it's lit up.
Yeah, as quickly as possible. Don't lead them a long way.
No.
Because they're going to think you're trying to run from them. Pull somewhere, a gas station, especially where there's a lot of people at.
You got to pull over.
Yeah, pull over where it's lit up and there's a lot of people there.
Especially if you're a female by yourself. Okay, now this other lady, I can't call her name because she's on here. She was driving from Arizona to Houston. This cop got behind her. And I don't know what she did, but he was blinking the lights, and the lights, he just turned his lights on, was going after her. And she got on the phone and called the police department. And they say, ma'am, where are you? She said, well, I'm in Rock. I'm headed to Houston. And I'm in Rock, and this cop is behind me. I'm on the highway, and I'm scared because it's dark. He want me to pull over. I don't know him, miss. I can't pull over. And I was always taught you don't pull over on a dark highway, a single female by yourself. And the cop just rolled behind her, blinking his lights. He even got on his little microphone telling her to pull over. He went in front of her and telling her to get over. She kept going because she was on the phone with the police department. So when she did see something lit up, she pulled over. And so when she pulled over, the cop told her, and she was crying, telling her story. And the cop said, "Get out of the van, get on the ground, get on the ground." He handcuffed. She said, "What did I do?" He said, "I needed you to pull over. I've been trying to get you to pull over for nearly 20 miles. And you didn't pull over. You didn't went 20 miles or longer and ignored me and didn't pull over." Well, I couldn't pull over because it was dark. And she passed places that was light on the side of the road where there's 2 or 3 lights, big lights. She could have pulled over. Yeah. She didn't, so they handcuffed her and took her to jail, and she spent the night in jail. And she bonded herself out the next morning. And she had a show, and she was up there crying. And she gonna say, "Y'all, I couldn't, they arrested me. They took me to jail. He threw me on the ground. He was so wrong." I'm like, you was wrong.
You can't drive no 20 miles.
You can't go no 20 miles with a cop behind you. You better pull your butt over. And ask the Lord to watch over you. You just pull over. I don't care if it is dark.
Yeah. And they say
that was crazy.
Upon request, show police your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. I already have it out.
Yes.
Don't go in the glove department.
Please don't do that.
You know.
Because now if they pull you over and you with your partner or your significant other, they still gonna ask your partner. I see them ask the partner, "I need to see your driver's license." I don't have a driver's license.
I ain't driving.
I don't even drive. You talk to my husband, he the one driving. I don't drive at all. "Well, ma'am, I need to see a proof of ID from you." And this lady say, "Why? I don't even drive. My husband drives me everywhere I need to go." "Ma'am, I need to see. I ain't got no ID, and you need to just leave me alone because I wasn't driving."
And then next thing you know, his partner, because there was 2 of them, he was on the side hitting on the window. "Ma'am, let the window down." "Why do I got to let my window?" "Ma'am, get out of the car." And they was going to jail.
"Why the F do I have to get out of the car?" "You just effing with us. You effing with us right now." So the car was open. He opened the door and drug her out. And she was crying, and her husband got mad. He said, "Get off of my wife." And he was cussing the man, calling him an EMF and GD, all this. "Get off my effing wife. Sir, get out of the car." So both of them went to jail, and they called for someone to tow their car in, and they was in another city they ain't never been in. They was in a totally another city that they had never, ever been in. Pulled them out and made them, took them to jail. And then she said, "Can I use my phone? You left my purse." "Ma'am, we're not getting the purse out." "Can I get my phone then?" "No, we're not getting your phone. You're going to jail for not cooperating with an officer." And what is it when they try to handcuff you and you
resisting arrest?
And resisting arrest. They got her for resisting arrest and bad mouthing an officer, not getting out of the car. Got the husband for the same thing. They had registration, their insurance, everything was good. It went bad because the way they handled it.
Yeah.
Because the first thing, the husband, "What did we do? Why do you want to see my license?" "Man, just give him the license." And then the officer asked her for an ID. She said, "Why do I have to show you my ID?" Instead of saying, "Sir, why do I don't even have it with me, but why do you need my ID?"
You don't ask them.
Don't even ask them that.
Don't do that.
Just say, "Well, sir, I don't have an ID."
I don't have ID.
And then leave it at that. But she started cussing and everything out of the car.
Yeah.
"You're going to jail."
Now this is a good
And they took them to jail and ponded their car.
This is a good one. Everybody needs to know if an officer or an immigration agent asks to look inside your car, you can refuse to consent to the search. You don't even have to open your car door. you don't have to step out the car.
Thank you, Joe.
You don't have to do that.
Exactly.
You don't have to do that. They gonna tell you to step out. You don't have to.
No.
And if they drag you out, because see, they gotta have probable cause.
Yeah, to get you out of that car.
They're not. If you got some marijuana, you end up smoking. They got probable cause.
Yeah, to get you out the car.
They can get you out the car. But if they ain't got probable cause, they ain't got no search warrant, you ain't got to step out the car. And when you do it, make sure you know the law and state that number law.
State
it.
And then we seen two girls got pulled over, remember? Young girls.
But see, they lied the whole time.
Yeah, one said she was 21, and the other one said that she was 20.
Gave the wrong name.
She gave them the wrong name when they pulled her over. And then she say, oh, I left my license at home, but I think my friend here got her license. And she say, yeah, I do have my license. And they say, well, can we see your license? She say, well, let me look for it. And then he say, ma'am, I'm gonna need y'all, both of you ladies, young ladies, step out of the car. They got out of the car, and the tall, skinny one that was driving, they asked her name, and she said her name was Portia Lovely or something. And he said, what about you? The other girl gave her correct name. Mm-hmm. And she showed them her license. And they say, well, ma'am, Portia, we're going to have to look in your purse. Give me your purse. I'm going to have to search your purse. We're going to search this car. And he said, I smell some weed. And she said, well, yeah, people that drive this car all the time, they smoke. He said, nah, this smell like recently weed. So he searched in her purse, which he had no right to do. He did not have a warrant. He searched her purse, and when he searched her purse, he found a joint in her purse and a little old bitty ball of weed in some, about that big, in some clear paper. He said, is this your personal weed? And she said, yes, it is. Have you been smoking? She said, no, I haven't smoked since yesterday. He said, your name, give me your full name, give me your birthday. She lied about her birth when she was born. And so the other girl, he said, well, ma'am, you know what? You cooperate with us. We're just going to let you go. Take the car. And then I'm going to ask you again, Portia, what is your true name? And let me see your phone. Who is this? This your mom? It says mom. No, don't call her. We don't get along, and I don't talk to her, and I don't want to talk to her. I don't want nothing to do with her. Don't call her. Please don't call her. Mm. He said, well, ma'am, we're going to have to take you in. No, I don't want to go to jail.
This she started acting like a little baby.
I don't want to go to jail.
I ain't going to do it no more.
I don't do it no more. He said, he handcuffed her. He said, I'm going to sit you in the car. I don't want to go to jail. I'll tell you my name. I'll tell you my real name. He said, I asked you about 5 times. You lied to me 5 times. And then I asked you, could I call you? Lied about your mother 3 or 4 times to me. And then you lied about the smoking weed and everything. Ma'am, you're going to jail. And you can call, I call my mom. Now she want to call her mom. She's crying like a baby. He said, you know what? I'm going to call your mother. And well, what's going to happen to me? He said, you're going to go before a judge. Oh, no, I can't do that. This is up for me. I can't do that. He said, well, I'm going to ask you again. Where's your license? I don't have a license to drive.
Yeah,
I never had no license in my life. He said, now you want to tell the truth? You're still going to jail. Mm-hmm. You going to jail for driving without license. You going to jail for false information you gave me. I'm taking you in, ma'am, and for smoking. And for the weed that you have on you. And then the other officer was being kind. He said that weed, we can just let that disappear. We're just going to let that go. But just take her in for the other. And she was still crying. But why? You got to go. You can just let it go. We can just discuss this right now. I told you the truth. Let's just let it be bygones and just let me go home. I just want to go home. She was acting like she was about 6. And the officer told her, you're not going home. You are going to jail. And your mom or somebody can come and get you out, dear. You're definitely going to jail. And baby, she was crying like a baby back there, kicking and crying. He took her to jail, but her friend got to leave, and she took the car because she was very cooperating with them and everything. She said, "Here's my license, and if you would let me, I'll drive the car home, and I'll let her mom know." He said, "Well, no, we're gonna call her mom, but you can still let her know that she'll be at precinct so and so and so and so, and she probably can't pick her up today." Because I doubt if they get a bond on her today, it'll probably be early morning. She can pick her up. And she was just in tears. Oh, and beautiful girl. Both of them was just beautiful young ladies. And she went in, and then come to find out, she wasn't even 21. No, she was 19.
Yeah.
She was 19. She wasn't even 21.
And she lied to him the whole time.
She lied to them the whole entire time they had them pulled over. So don't do that either. Just tell them the truth. You ain't got no license. I don't have no license.
Look. Mm-hmm.
And you're going to jail.
Yeah. You know what the most common complaint about police is?
What?
The United States Department of Justice reports that most common investigation for police misconduct comes from excessive force complaints. That's why you need to know how to talk to them, because they get excessive real quick.
They do real quick.
They put them hands on you real quick.
Ain't nothing you can do.
And others report that it's nearly 1/4 of all the accusations against officers.
Yes.
Then it's sexual misconduct.
Yes.
Theft.
Oh,
they be
yes.
taking stuff, they be stealing your stuff. And false arrests are the other most common types of police misconduct. Look, they supposed to be here to protect and serve, but a lot of cops are just like you.
That's right.
They like whoever, because a lot of folks are having bad days, and they really don't like the job.
Yeah, they miserable too. And so here you come along with an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna get you.
Yeah, you just took them over the edge.
They just showed on a while ago, earlier, yesterday, where this lady was in Walmart, and she was a Walmart employee.
Mm-hmm.
And they had seen her on the camera stealing money out of the cash register.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they took her, they called her, the supervisor called her in the office. The cop was there. He said, "Ma'am, turn around." And she said, "What did I do?" "Ma'am, we seen you on the camera taking money out of the cash register." You ain't me, I work here. And the supervisor said, the manager said, "Ma'am, Angie, I can play the video.
We got you.
We got you taking money not more than once out of the cash register today. Okay, and empty your pockets right now." "Why do I gotta empty my pockets? I work here, and you know I work here. Don't do me like this. I'm always on time. I come to work. I ain't never late. And then I get here and you gonna be pulling this on me? Come on. I ain't done nothing." And the cops say, "You know what, ma'am? Run the video. We're not gonna argue with you. We just gonna play you the video. I don't wanna see no video. I ain't gotta look at no video. I know I ain't stole nothing from Walmart. I love my job. I'm devoted to this job. Y'all leave me. Y'all just picking at me." So the lady went over there, pushed the computer, ran that, and there she was checking out a customer, and the customer gave her $100 cash, and she was due back $50. She gave the woman the $50 change, and then she put 50 in her pocket. They showed it. Then the next customer came. She stole money not from the customer. She stole money out of the cash register. When she opened it up, she would go down like this. And then one time she had like she dropped something. And she was putting money in her pocket. And then they say, "Okay, is this you?" "I don't know. I can't tell, it's blurry." And the cops say, "Ma'am, turn around. You're lying to us. This is you on this computer. And you're stealing money out of that cash register. You stole 5 times so far today. And empty your pockets now. She wouldn't empty her pockets. She was moving and stuff. He had handcuffed her. He had to throw this lady on the ground and take her pocket. And she, he's hurting me. He's abusing me. She started cussing. You MF. You just racist. You MF. You just wanted to get me down. Y'all lying on me. And B, I'ma beat your A. I'ma come back here up here. I might go to jail, but when I get, I'ma beat your F and A. I'ma find you in the park. I'ma beat the F out of you. But she was wrong, because when they took her, emptied her pockets, this woman had over $400 cash on her. Cash.
And she probably been hitting them up.
She been hitting them up a long time. She had $400 rolled all the way up. They counted it. It was $400. And the manager told her, if you just would have told us the truth, we probably could have worked this out. But you stole. She said, I don't want you to lose your job, but you done lost your job from stealing.
Yeah.
And the cops say, well, we're running her in. And he called it in. We had a DD4 or something he called in. And I'm going to need some transport, because I can't leave. Because he actually worked there at the door for people that was stealing. You got to stop that. And there's so many people in Walmart stealing. They got stamps. They're stealing. They didn't close most of the registers down. They checking people out, but they only have 3 checkouts, and it's like 2 check yourself out, 2 rows. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 cash register, check yourself out, and then 3 that they're checking you out. And I was checking myself out, because the lady said, ma'am, you can go over there, because she had a long line. And so I went and checked myself out, and when I'm checking myself out, it was a lady at the cash register in front of me checking herself out. And this woman had like 4 12-packs of soda. She scanned one, put it in the basket, and then the other one she just put in the basket. Scanned another one, then put the other one in the basket. Then she had some family pack of chicken wing. She had like 4 of them. Scan one, put one in the basket. Scan one, put one in the basket. I'm like, oh my God, she's stealing. She was stealing big time. And you know how she paid for her food? With food stamps. I'm like, really? You got food stamps and you're stealing.
Yeah.
Why are you stealing? I didn't understand that. I just did it. I'm like, make this make sense. And then when she got ready to check out, she was over here by me at the end, on this side of the right side where you go in where the food is, the market, food market. How come she turned around and didn't go that way and went all the way on this other end? And you know why they do that? Because this end might not ask you for to see your ticket. But this end gonna ask you. So she went way down there.
Yeah, the main entrance asked you. You go to the other end, ain't nobody down there.
Ain't nobody down there. And she had 2 kids with her. She had like a baby in a little car seat thing in the basket. And then she had one that was barely walking on side, holding on to the basket and holding on to her. So I guess what she was going to do is go down there and talk to whoever's down there. Oh, yes, I'm good. Oh, I got all my food. I just ready to go, you know. And that's sad. And then I was in there one day. One lady was actually holding on to this woman's basket. And she said, will you let go of my basket? Because my mother's in the car and I got to leave. She said, no, you're not going anywhere. You know why? Your basket is filled up and your ticket say $36. Ma'am, maybe 2 of your bags or even 3 is $36, but you have 15 bags in here. That's not no $36. I'm calling for security to come, and when the security comes, he's calling the cops. You're going in, ma'am, for this. This is stealing. And she was pulling the basket, and that woman was pulling the basket, holding on to it. She put her foot up there on it, and then this big old black guy came and he held on to the side of it. And I went to show them my ticket, and she said, no ma'am, you can go on. And she said, that's not fair. You're gonna let her go and you holding me? She said yes.
Yeah,
You see how long her ticket is?
Mm-hmm.
And she only got 8 bags in there in her basket. So that means she paid for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know that.
Yeah.
And I'm going real slow so I can be nosy. I'm like barely moving the basket, being nosy. And then the security came up and he looked at her ticket, and the lady kept the basket right there. He said, ma'am, he grabbed the bottom. Stop be grabbing me, let me go. And she started talking Hispanic to him, and she was cussing him out and whatever. I know she was. And he took her in the little room there. He took her in the little room and closed the door. I'm like, she going to jail.
Yeah.
And when I was putting my stuff in the back trunk of my car, putting my bags in there, how come a cop pulled up real fast with his lights on, but the siren wasn't going, but they was just blinking like, and he got out of the car and went in Walmart. I said he come to get her because she was stealing. People, stop stealing. Stop doing that. Stop it. And honey, I wish I had some food stamps. I wouldn't be stealing nothing. I'd be in there buying my stuff. And most of the time, they do that because they saving those food stamps to sell.
Yeah, sell.
They selling those food stamps to get some cash money, so they gonna spend maybe $60 or $32 like she spend for some groceries, and put the rest in her pocket to sell to a friend or something that want to buy the food stamps. Because sometimes I think they give them too much anyway. They give you lots and lots of food stamps. And then if you're an elderly person, because it's like this lady I knew, she was only getting $18 a month. $18 a month in food stamps. 78 years old, get $18 a month. That ain't even worth going in there doing the paperwork. But it is now because they don't want to give these old people nothing. Social Security, they work all their life. That's another show. But they work all their life and they don't want to pay them nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. And that's sad. Then they give you a hard darn time when you're trying to get your money you work for.
Because they don't want to give it to you.
What you got to say about this
Well,
cop
we're
stuff?
going to go with we're going to see what the Bible says about cops.
What does the Bible say about cops?
It's in Romans 13:4. They are God's servants, agents of wrath to bring punishment on the wrongdoer.
On the wrongdoer.
Yeah. This passage sums up much of what law enforcement officers do and their importance to the Lord. They are here to serve God and us, promoting the Lord's goodness, so we should pray for them. Okay.
Pray for them.
Yeah, need to pray for them. Cause
We do need to, because they losing their lives too.
Yeah, and a lot of the heads ain't screwed on too tight.
They not. Because if you look at people that's in authority, a lot of those people have a lot of mental problems. And we help them to get them.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to do what's right. We don't want to listen to them. We don't want to do nothing. We just want to do what we want to do.
Yeah.
And some of us won't listen to nobody.
Yeah.
Because we write about every little thing. You don't know everything. A baby can teach you something.
Yeah.
A 1-year-old can teach you something that you don't even know.
Yeah.
You learn every day, and you learn faster when you listen. Listen when people are talking. You listen. Don't talk over them. Listen. If you listen, you learn. When you quiet and you listen to somebody telling you something, that's when you learn something.
Now,
you listen.
Here's a good one. Titus 3:1-2. It says, remind the people to be subject to rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready to do whatever is good.
Whatever is good.
To slander no one, to be peaceable and considerate, and always be gentle toward everyone.
Yeah, it gets you further in life.
It gets you further.
It gets you further.
Because even if you get into, if somebody still don't take the hint, just walk away.
Yeah, you ain't got to stay there and try to make them do nothing.
One thing I'm not going to do, I ain't going to be sitting there arguing with somebody I know whatever we argue about ain't even worth talking about.
That's right.
I'm not gonna waste my breath or my time.
No,
or my
it ain't
energy
worth it.
dealing with somebody I know ain't even, you know.
That ain't worth your
That
time.
ain't worth your time. They ain't on your level nowhere.
No, don't give it to them. Don't let them rule over you. You're not deserving of that. You're not.
Like I said, we talked about this because a lot of couples are getting in trouble with these police.
They are
Right now.
couples
Couples, they getting killed,
ended up dead.
dead. I mean, this is if you
In
a
their
couple,
car found
Yeah,
dead.
if you a couple, y'all supposed to work together as a team through all kind of
Whatever stuff
circumstances.
going on.
And, you know, so if the cops pull y'all over, y'all need to work as a team to get
Yeah.
out of there.
They say, baby, hey, this cop is coming. He
Yeah,
pulled us
that's
over.
why
We don't know
that's
what's
why I
up.
told Miss Fancy.
Let's just be quiet.
That's why I told Fancy, like, baby, don't
work
move.
together.
I said, don't move.
And I put my hands up like this on the
I said, she was
dashboard.
like, huh? I said, don't move.
And I stayed just like
She's
this on
like,
the
why you don't want
dashboard.
me to put my hand? I said, no, he got his gun out.
And he did.
Mm-hmm.
And who would have got shot? Me.
Mm-hmm. And I said, don't move.
Do I want to get
I
shot?
said,
No.
I said, I got this. I said, I got
don't.
this. I got this. And he let us go.
And he let us go.
Mm-hmm. You got to know how to talk to people.
You do.
Everybody don't have no discernment.
They don't.
Mm-mm. And if you get into an altercation with somebody, you need to be the one that
Walk away free.
that calms that thing down. Because if you don't look, somebody told me a long time ago, if you got two people in the household or any type of
Yes.
situation, one of y'all got to have some sense.
Somebody, you can't just keep going at each other.
It can't be two of y'all that's ignorant, talking crazy. 'Cause
Let one
something-
be ignorant.
Something gonna happen.
That's right.
Somebody got to have some sense. I always make it be you. I always make
Somebody
it be
said
you.
they just got home. We're talking about what is the protocol when you get pulled over by a cop. You
Yeah.
and your significant other.
Mhm.
You're in there with your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. What is the protocol? How you gonna make it home safe and
Yeah.
get out of that situation when they
Yeah.
ask you for your license
License,
and your ID or ask you for proof of insurance? What did I do? Give me your license and insurance, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I need you to do what I say.
Yes, the best thing is
Is do what they say.
try to cooperate as much as you can.
Yes, and I done seen some people that
Right,
cooperated
and they still.
and they still got tased.
Yeah, yeah. So you
Like
got.
that elderly woman.
Oh.
She
yeah,
cooperated with them.
Yeah, tell them about the elderly woman. That's what I hate.
I hated that. They pulled her over, and she was like in her, what she said, 78. They pulled. This been a few years ago. They pulled her over, and they asked her for her license and her ID. And she said, "Well, sir, I got it, but I got so much stuff in my purse. Let me look and see. Don't reach for nothing, ma'am."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, I'm trying to get out of the car." She said, "But I'm trying to get what
Yeah,
you
see-
asked for."
See, she didn't really understand
She didn't understand
what was really going on.
at all.
Now, if she would have understood, she would have said, "Oh, hold on, sir. I'm older, so it's gonna take me a minute
Yes.
to get my stuff out." They said, "Sir, matter of fact, a lot of times in those situations, hand your bag to them
And let them find it.
and let them find it. Because if they that agitated already, they ready to do something to you."
He drug her. He
Uh-huh.
opened her door and threw this woman out of the car.
Broke her dang. What he broke her wrist?
Her wrist
Um,
and her bone, her hip bone or something. He threw her on the
I
ground.
think her elbows or something.
Yeah, and he broke her, almost broke her hip.
And she urinated on her.
And she peed on herself and
Scared to
everything.
death.
And she was crying, telling him to call her son. She said, "Oh, you hurt me." And he said, "Give me your hand." She said, "My arm can't go back no more. Oh, God, please help me.
And,
Help me."
I think that cop got fired.
He got fired. They fired him because they say he approached her wrong way. He didn't give her time. She was an elderly person and had a handicap sticker in her car.
Yeah.
And he did all this to an elderly woman. He lost his job.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show about these lot of people do not care for elderly people.
They don't care for elderly people.
We're
They
gonna
disrespectful.
We're gonna do a show.
We're gonna do a show about that.
Yeah.
Because it's getting worse
Yeah,
and worse as we
worse.
speak.
Disrespectful.
It's so
Ain't
disrespectful.
got no respect. Look, we older, but we ain't old.
We're not old.
We not old.
But
So
you deserve respect.
whenever somebody come at us with that, they think we, trying to pull the old card on.
No.
We don't ever go for it.
No.
Because that's not what we are. And so because we both got good mouthpieces.
That's right. Speak
We
up
know-
in a right
yeah,
proper way.
we know how to speak up.
It's the way you speak up.
And we know how to diffuse situations.
Mm-hmm.
And because I remember Miss Fancy's mother, when we first met, she
Yes.
said, "Ooh, I'm gonna be worried about y'all."
Thank you.
And we was like, "Why is that?" Both of y'all just too nice, y'all.
Yeah, y'all too nice. I worry about y'all off by yourself. You too nice.
Y'all
you can't
too
be nice like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get some toughness somewhere.
I said, we tough,
Yeah.
but you can be tough. Cause see, what
We're good. Thank
what-
you for asking.
Yeah, what qualifies you for your toughness is
Hey.
you can be nice on the outside, but see, they can't never get in here.
That's right. Don't
You gotta
let
be
them in.
tough in here.
You gotta stand up.
They
in
can
there.
break your toughness down on the outside.
Yes.
Easy.
Easy.
They can
Very
break it down easy on the outside. But if
But
they
in
can't,
here?
if they can't never get in here,
They ain't doing nothing.
yeah, they ain't doing nothing.
Nothing at all. Remember
This
that.
this right here what counts.
That's right.
This
Go
is
inside.
where you're tough, because you ain't gotta be hollering at nobody. You ain't
And
gotta be
screaming.
fighting and screaming. And,
Let that go.
And gnashing of teeth and
Yes.
all that. And all
And
that.
calling them out
I
the
said, man, you ain't
name.
gotta do all that.
And then later on, you're going to feel bad anyway because you really love this person. And that person love you. What is it all for? Talk it out and make it work. You got to make your relationship work. If that other person ain't making it work and you want that relationship, help make it work. Make it work. Somebody be calm and say, hey, baby, listen, we don't have to do that. We ain't got to do that at all.
Your relationship is a
Let's do better.
reflection of how you deal with the police.
That's right. That's right.
Because, see, just like in your relationship, you got to know how to talk to them cops the same way. You got to know how to talk to them.
Somebody say hard is more than money.
Yep.
That's right.
Now, they say the main corruption that goes on with the cops is bribery.
Yes.
Now, if you offer them some money, they might...
That's right. It's bribery. They might let you go and
Money.
go on and move on.
Some money if you're a man. Well, I don't know today. And some sex if you're a woman.
If you're a woman, some
Oh, man, now, because it's...
Oh man, it don't
'cause
matter.
it's crazy out there.
I know you don't know which is which
You
anymore.
sure don't. You sure don't.
But whoever it is,
Mhm.
we all deserve respect.
Hey, that's right.
Don't pull me over because I'm a man, look like a woman,
Oh, yeah.
and you know I'm a man. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I have a
Yeah.
right to be what I want to be.
You don't have to like how
You
they
ain't gotta
live,
like how I live.
but you ain't got to mess with them at
You
the
ain't gotta
same
mess
time.
with them. Be respectful.
Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? You
Because
ain't
one
got-
day that might be somebody in your family. Might be your child grow up. You don't know.
Mhm.
We don't know. It's time to go.
Is it time to go?
I don't know.
What
But you
time?
don't never know.
Yeah.
You got to do right.
Yeah, it's 9.
You got to do right by people.
Yeah.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. And stop being judgmental because some people don't look like you.
Well, we talking to the cops too.
Yeah, the cops too. I'm talking about everybody.
Cause see, that's what they call profiling.
Yeah, don't profile me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
Cause see, that's where they get in a lot of trouble. They profile.
Yeah, instead of getting you for something you did.
Yeah, cause they profile brown, black, yellow,
Yes.
red people.
They
Yeah.
profile us.
Yeah, now they profile you because you gonna get stopped first. If you black, you gonna get stopped first. If you Hispanic,
That's
you
right.
gonna get stopped first. Even if you Asian,
You gonna get
you gonna stop
exactly.
first. Even if you're Indian from overseas, from India or Pakistan or Afghanistan, even if you from Egypt,
That's right.
they gonna stop.
They gonna
you.
stop you and profile you.
They gonna profile you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what to do when situations arise. I remember this is an incident. I just remembered this. When we lived in an apartment, when we first moved up here in Dallas, it was some Africans that stayed.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That stayed kind of around us. And we went out, we heard these people outside arguing.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, they was going
cussing each other about to fight.
And this is where my police skills came into play.
Yes.
Because I knew diffuse the situation. I went out there
and we diffused it
I
too.
talked to both of them. They didn't know me from a can of paint.
Sure didn't.
But when I talked to them, we both they both was end up being my friends.
Yes.
They used to speak to me every time.
Every time after
and
that.
the dude owed him some money. Bought a car.
And they was brothers.
Yeah, he ain't paying. All he wanted his money back because the car was a lemon.
Yes.
Something like that.
That's what it was?
Yeah, the car was a lemon. Yeah, he wanted his money back. He said, oh, no. No refund. No refund. You bought it, that's it.
He said, you give it to me now, man. We're going to fight.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm kidding you.
I don't care, you my brother.
I said, look here, man. I used to be a cop. He said, oh, you did? I said, yeah. I said, let me tell you something. This is Arlington police.
That's right.
You don't want them coming out there. Look, when we had our Escalade.
Yes.
They broke into our Escalade, busted windows out and tried to pull it off.
Yes.
And when they came to question us, they questioned us like we did it to ourselves.
And asked him for his ID.
They asked me, because see, we was living over there. We had the Escalade. We had, had a nice whip and stuff. So they was trying to figure out what we was doing.
Yes.
Because everybody, they thought we had a lot of bread over there. But it wasn't that. I just got some money from my other job.
Yeah, that's all it was. It wasn't nothing else.
And I was sick at the time. Yeah, I was sick at the time, and I was kind of, recuperating and stuff. So I hadn't been back to work yet. And so they was trying to find out why would they break into your life? What you have in your truck that they wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
What was in there they wanted so bad?
I said, what you talking about? I said, look here, man. We ain't no drug dealers. I said, man, I'm a pastor.
For life.
I said, I'm a pastor. I'm a minister.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? I said, yeah. And then I said, man, I told him we told him how old we were. Oh, I didn't know y'all was that old. Y'all look young. I said, yeah, we take care of ourselves. Mm-hmm. Don't be coming here questioning us, and our truck got broke into.
Yes.
I mean, they busted the driver's side window out completely out.
Completely out.
And then came back another night and tried to drag the whole truck off.
Yeah.
They was gonna tow it. They was gonna pull it off. Mm-hmm. And then come to find out, the girl that worked in the office.
Yes, knew
them. And they all was working together, robbing people, busting up people's cars and stealing stuff
out there in the apartment.
Together. She was telling them who to hit.
Yeah, who to get.
Mm-hmm. And cause we went back to the office, I said, she said she knew him.
Yeah. She said, I know them, one of them skinny, one of them sort of short and fat. I said, yeah. Mm-hmm. Brown hair.
Because I heard them that night. I was going to push the long thing they ran off. Mm-hmm. But now you got to look, cause these cops, they be presumptuous and they looking at you, they profiling you.
Yeah, at the same time.
Because we was looking good, dressed good, and had nice goods.
And talking about y'all selling somebody?
Yeah.
Was it drugs in there?
They trying to come all up in the apartment. But see, but we didn't know the apartment complex that we moved in, it was a lot of drugs.
We didn't know that.
Because
this is the only place that was available to us.
To us, yeah.
When we moved here, that was the only place.
We didn't know.
Everywhere we went, we don't have an opening until December. To next year. 3 years from now. It'll be 2 years or a year from now. So we just had to take what we could take.
Yeah, so.
And we tired of taking what we could take.
And by us being able to talk.
Exactly.
We let them know, nah, that ain't who we are.
No.
Just because we got an Escalade don't mean
I say we don't do
selling drugs.
Yeah. I say, and then you're gonna come here and ask my husband for his ID instead of trying to get an identification on the people that did this.
Yeah.
I say, sir, that don't sound right. I say it really doesn't.
Yeah, I said, man, we ain't did that.
He said, well, ma'am, I'm sorry about
Because
that.
the security guard came, he questioned the same way. He was a black dude.
Yeah, he questioned us
And
the
then
same way.
all the two police came and did the same
The
thing.
same thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
But when they do that to you, know how to turn that back in your favor.
Yes.
Don't tell them they don't know what they're doing, and don't insult them. Just state the facts.
Just state it.
State the
Just
facts.
like that.
Yeah. Because they never want to hear they don't know what they're doing.
No, they don't want to hear that.
They going to run you.
And they wrong.
Cause
Don't tell them they wrong.
He wanted to see my ID.
Yes.
And he looking up my stuff.
And he went in the house and got it and
Yeah, I
gave it to
just
him.
gave it to him.
And then he gave back, there you go, sir.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry about that. And y'all have a good night.
Yeah, I said, man, we ain't selling no drugs over here. But see, since we've been together, we always live pretty good.
Always, yeah.
And so, and we always had nice cars.
Always been blessed.
Blessed. And then we bought a nice
been
home.
blessed.
We had a nice home
we
and a
been
good
blessed.
side of time. So we black in an Escalade and got a Jag. They think we
Doing something.
doing something.
And we both worked.
And we
I
both work.
he
But see,
worked.
I just worked all the time.
Yeah,
And my wife worked.
all the time.
She was teaching school at the time.
All the time.
All the time. So
But they thought we was doing something illegal.
and we had our own business. We had a daycare.
Yeah.
That was pulling in a lot of bread.
Oh yeah, that's put in a lot of ways.
We had a daycare, yeah.
But it's just that people will put a title on you
They will profile you.
and just put it out there and do whatever.
Like I said, we don't do
Whatever.
We don't do none of that stuff, right?
Yeah, don't do none of it.
But people will profile you. Cops will profile you.
That's right.
Just people in general will profile you. 'Cause
Yeah, even
a lot
on
of
your
times-
jobs and
a lot of
everything.
times it's because they looking at you and you got something that they don't have, and you,
That's right.
you shining. You
And
got
they
a
don't
light. You got a light on you.
And they don't like your
And you're
shine.
going, and when you show up, that light that you got is all in their face.
Yes.
It's blinding them, and they can't stand it.
They don't like
And
it.
they don't like it, so they don't, so hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. We gotta get on.
Yeah, we gotta get off here, but
And
we thank y'all.
We thank y'all for coming on here, and please subscribe and like.
Like.
And we want to give a shout out, a special shout out for Lay Girl for Life. Her birthday is Sunday.
Oh, all right.
Woo! Everybody give her a happy birthday.
What's her name?
It's Lay Girl for Life.
Lay Girl for Life.
Happy birthday
Oh,
to you.
let's do it.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Have a great time, honey.
Hey, we still gonna do that
Do
karaoke
you.
night. We're gonna do that karaoke.
We still gonna have
night.
karaoke night.
Yeah.
And we still gonna have a Zoom night.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Zoom
A
night.
live Zoom, and we just gonna talk to each other. Y'all can
Yeah,
ask
y'all
us
can ask questions
questions.
and all that stuff.
And we're gonna get to know each other a little bit better. We're gonna have
Yeah.
a meet and greet.
Yeah. We're gonna do
So
all
we're gonna
that.
do all that. It's
all
coming
that,
up.
All that's coming. All that's
Believe that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, so, but let's give our shout out.
Let's give our shout outs and Lay Girl for Life, and it's her birthday.
Lay Girl for Life in the house. Happy birthday.
And we have a channel,
A channel in the house.
Jose,
Jose. ¿Qué pasa?
and Singer Gang 7,
Single Gang 7 in the house.
and PN Adali.
PM.
I might be saying it wrong, I'm sorry. And Jade is always,
Jade is always involved.
and Dilly S.
Billy S in the house.
Dilly.
Dilly S in the house.
And PN, I already said PN.
Okay.
And Catherine Angels.
Catherine Angels in the house, like Charlie's Angel.
Yes. And David Adjust.
David and Josh in the house.
And 5 Glitter.
5 Glitter in the house.
And Wendy.
Wendy. In the
Ava.
house. Ava.
And Advanced Gaming.
Advanced Gaming in the house.
Symphony.
Symphony.
Symphony, yeah.
Symphony in the house.
Thank him for having me. Benjamin, because I can't see Benjamin.
Benjamin in the house.
And your Ziki.
Yuziki.
Lay Girl for Life.
Yeah, lay girl for life.
Because it's her birthday Sunday.
And
H2O.
H2O, that water in the house.
And Mason.
That agua.
And
Mason in the house.
Zach. I guess
Z-Zach.
I guess it's Z-A-C-H.
Z-A-C-H.
Yes.
I guess that's Zach.
Zach.
Mm-hmm.
And Lax Girl. Lay Girl for Life. That's the same one.
Yeah.
And Laura.
And Laura.
Alyssa. And Zira.
Zero.
And
Janice in the house?
B Trash.
B Trash.
Rizzo.
Rizzo. Like Lizzo.
Yes, Rizzo. And Sky.
Sky. You know, it used to be a group called Sky back in the day.
Okay, what did I do?
R&B group.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna Lee.
Anna Lee.
And Adele.
Eat the cake, Anna Mae. Eat the
Okay.
cake. Eat the
And
cake.
Fran. And who is this? And Mooby.
And
Same ones again.
Okay.
And Janice in the house.
There we go, Janice. We love you, Janice. We're looking for you.
Joe. And
I don't want to be a player.
the poker star slots is in the house.
Poker star slots.
And Bryce.
And Bryce.
And Naza. Baby Bubba. Catherine.
That's in it.
And everybody else, and Big Banana, and everybody else that came on here. We thank you and we praise the Lord that you are with us
And we're gonna
on Night Talk, baby.
And I'm talking to Big Banana. We're gonna make like a banana, and it's time to split.
Woo! It's time to split.
Yes,
That
sir.
Night Talk is over for tonight. Hey, good conversation with good people. Woo!
Ho, ho, ho,
Hey,
ho,
hey, 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 say hey.
hey,
Woo, woo, woo.
ho,
Yep,
ho,
yep,
ho. They
yep,
say the clock night time
Yeah.
is the right time.
Yeah.
The only sound is fancy
Yeah.
putting it down. I'm walking
Yeah.
the walk. Keep it at home like asphalt. Night talk connected to the streets like the sidewalk.
Night Talk,
It's
yep.
time to blow your mind.
It's Night Talk, yep.
It's one of a kind. It's
Night Talk.
Conversation for your
Yeah.
elevation. Night talk, spreading facts throughout the nation.
Yeah.
It's
Night
night
Talk.
talk. It's time to blow your mind.
It's Night Talk.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's
Night Talk.
Conversation for your elevation.
Night Talk.
spreading facts
Throughout the nation.
It's all about
Yeah.
the family. It's
Yeah.
all about the friends.
Yeah.
It's all about the ones
Yeah.
who've been there to
Yeah.
the end. It's
Yeah.
all about the good.
Yeah.
It's all about the bad.
Yeah.
It's all about that cross on the wall. Don't get mad. It's
Night Talk,
It's
yep.
time to blow your mind. It's
Night Talk.
It's one of a kind.
It's Night Talk, yeah.
Conversation for your elevation. Night Talk, spreading facts
throughout the nation.
Peace. Y'all be safe out there.
And have a great birthday.